All right, today I have a home remedy on how to stop dog diarrhea. Occasionally, your dog, just like you, will get diarrhea. And you'll want to treat the dog so it doesn't diarrheatate all over your floor. So, there are a couple of solutions that you can find here and there, but I found one solution that works the best, in my opinion, and that is the Imodium solution. Now, when it comes to dogs, you have to get them to take the medicine, so I have the perfect solution on getting them there, and it involves peanut butter. I choose to use extra crunchy Skippy Super Trunk with 7 grams of protein, very important. Well, not for diarrhea, but protein in general. So I use this because the dog loves this. It loves Skippy Extra Crunchy Super Chunk with 7 grams of protein. And I think they like it the most because it has that 7 grams of protein. But back to the story. So I have Imodium right here. I have the liquid formulated of Imodium, and I have Skippy. Now, in order to do this, you have to understand how much Imodium the dog can take. Well, if you look on the back, let me peel this up, it says each serving of Imodium, or 7.5 milliliters, is equivalent to 1 milligram of loperamide HCI, which is what Imodium is made up of in order to get the dog or yourself from having diarrhea. Now, when it comes to dogs, the general rule of thumb is for every 20 pounds that the dog weighs, 1 gram of loperamide or loperamide, if I speak a little French, HCI is the recommended dose for every 20 pounds. So if you have a 20-pound dog, you'll give them 1 milligram. If you have a 40-pound dog, 2 milligrams. 60-pound dogs, let me do the math, give me a second. I'll have to get back to you on that one. But for my dog that I'm going to be using this on, I'm going to be giving it 2 milligrams, which is, if I multiply for this particular serving right here, 7.5 milligrams times 2, or 7.5 milligrams plus 7.5 milligrams is the amount that I'm supposed to give a dog that weighs 40 pounds, because I will be giving 2 milligrams of the HCI. So, looking at the cap, it has markings on it for milligrams. You can see for 1 milligram, or 1 serving, or 1 milligram of loperamide day would be 7.5. But since I am going with a 40-pound dog, I will multiply this by 2 or add this by itself, which gives me 15 milligrams. So that's the amount that I'm going to do. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Skippy Extra Crunchy peanut butter, bring it closer, and then I'm just going to open this up and go ahead and scoop out some peanut butter. So I'm just going to lay this out right here, and I'll make a little divot in there. And then after I've done that, I'm going to go take my Imodium, shake it up, shake, like Taylor, shake it off. All right, and then I'm going to open it. So I'm going to go ahead, press down, and twist it. And I'm going to get to 15 milliliters of Imodium. So I'm going to go ahead and look at that. It's about 14.8. 14.9 and 15 milliliters of Imodium. But before I go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and take the cap and just put it back on. Now, this is a lot of Imodium for the amount of peanut butter. So if you have a dog that is finicky with eating, you might want to add a little bit more peanut butter than this right here. But if you have a dog that is very food driven, this should be fine with the amount. So I have peanut butter there. And so let me get in close so you can see this process a little bit better. I'm going to take the Imodium and I'm going to pour it into the center. Just like that. And then the center was not that big, so I'm just going to make it a little bit larger. And I'm going to pour the rest of it in there. So it's like a lake of anti-diarrheal medicine for the dog. And so once I have it like this, I'm just going to go ahead and take it and mix it like I'm at a Cold Stone restaurant, ice cream restaurant, where they have the flavors and the ice cream and the cream, and they're mixing it up. And that's all you're doing. You're mixing this up. You want to mix it up to where you don't really see the blue any longer. So I'm going to mix this up. Like such. See, I'm getting it all in right here. Can I get it all in? So it's important that you get rid of the blue, especially if you have a finicky dog. Get out a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. If you have a finicky dog that is very particular on what they eat, they want the peanut butter. They don't want to taste the Imodium. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. And then I'm going to place this on a plate, and we're going to give it to the dog. And I'm going to show you the dog eating this, and see how well it likes it. So it's pretty mixed up pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and get the dog tray, and I'm going to put this on the dog tray.